Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Entrepreneur's Playbook, where we help 7- and 8-figure business owners ignite their financial superpowers. Here, as always, with Ron Parisi. Ron, how you doing today?
Doing great, Josh. Always pleasure being with you. And ready to kick off another episode of our podcast. I don't know what episode this is, but we're going deep. We're on a good run. I've been surprised by the feedback. We're definitely growing our audience and YouTube, and been hitting a little. I don't know about what technically is viral, but there's a couple of our clips that have done really well out there in social media land. But man, we were just talking pre-call about the ups and downs of being an entrepreneur, and here we are. Just frame this. Maybe you're listening to this later, but we're days in front of the 2024 election. 2024 for particularly the online community has probably been a difficult one, I would say. Just a lot of changes, and with the media buys, with the election, I think driving up media buy costs. People just aren't seeing the results, the good results that they did previous, and just the volatility just within the buyers community. So it's been a tough year, but our clients seem to be doing very well through this. And I guess it is a testament to just having good data, forward-looking data to measure off of and to navigate this. And so today I just thought, let's talk about topic. I guess I'm on my little diatribe here, but let's talk about topic. Like, I thought good debt versus bad debt would be the topic. And I think you have a lot of insights coming from the real estate world, where probably every deal you're doing with debt, just for the entrepreneur, is that there's definitely good debt and there's definitely bad debt. So I thought maybe we would just a journey down that road. Initial thoughts, Josh?
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on this topic. It's very key to real estate, because to scale at any kind of level in real estate, you're going to need a pretty significant amount of debt. But like you said, it applies to all levels of entrepreneurship and daily life, for that matter. Most people are going to use debt in some phases of their life. And there's good debt and there's bad debt. Or if you want to phrase it another way, there's productive debt and unproductive debt, or damaging debt even.
Yeah.
So I don't kind of want you to give me your initial thoughts on how you would define those things, and we can go from there.
I think a couple of things is a lot of our entrepreneurs are online as far as they own real estate, maybe in their personal life, in their personal portfolio. Some folks in our professional community that are doctors, dentists, like that are buying real estate or they're buying machinery where they're using debt, but I thought for this conversation, we would really talk about the non-tangible debt. I think that's the hardest debt to really determine whether it's productive or unproductive or good or bad. And that's Brunel as a banker. He's always talking about air balls. And what he talks about when he says that is like, hey, the bank likes to loan on something that they can hold on to. And they don't like to loan on things they have technology. They don't like to loan on things that are just clientless that they can't hold on to. One is, like, a lot of times in our clients, it's very tough to get debt. It's very tough to get debt. And you have to resort to the first line is credit card. Second line is whether it's PayPal or Stripe loans, or potentially, or debt, investor debt, corporate debt. But I think in this conversation, we could talk a little about real estate and a little about hard assets. But I think let's not forget that majority of our clients are taking debt out, building a business, seeing a problem in the marketplace, being a solution, and then needing the capital to go out and to build that solution. And again, that's probably not a hard asset. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I think that's basically what it boils down to. And I think the way I think about it when I'm looking at taking on debt is, taking on this debt going to allow me to grow my business or produce more revenue than the debt I'm bringing in. So if I'm going to take out $100,000 for a rental property, I better be bringing in an asset worth more than $100,000, and preferably a lot more than that. Like, I want it to be worth $150,000 if I'm going to take out $100,000 worth of debt. When you think about it that way, why would I not take out $100,000 worth of debt if I can buy something that's worth $150,000? My net worth just went up $50,000. So I think in real estate, it's a little easier to see this is good, this is bad. So when we're looking at our clients and we're looking at an online-based business, whatever it is, an Amazon seller, a podcaster, whatever business they have, what decisions do you see them making there when it comes to debt?
One is it's the capital needs. We have folks that build apps, build websites. So that's more of what we call CapEx expense, meaning like it's a capitalized asset. But I think the majority is I need to build my marketing strategy. I need to build my sales team. You can't just snap your fingers and have a sales rep that's closing 35 or 40%. All of that takes upfront cash, training. If you're going to do a marketing campaign, so say you're going to roll out a new revenue stream, what is that marketing looking like? Usually that's like a 3-month testing back and forth to really dial in your messaging, dialing your audience, getting all your ads. Again, that's probably money that's so hard to predict what your return is going to be. The nice thing is with online is that with real estate, if you have a return of 10%, 15%, you're doing really well. For online entrepreneurs, a 5x is not uncommon. So that's what's, I think, novel about the online community is the return on the investment could be significant. What you're doing is you're investing in that marketing, you're investing in that training, you're investing in your staff. So if you go out and you have a coaching program and you just sold 100 clients, like who's going to service the 100 clients? Oh, now I need somebody behind me. And you can't do that after the sale. So you need to have that team, that back end team as well, on board, trained, ready to go as soon as you launch. So those are I think the capital expenditures that I don't think people really think about as far as like investments. People just see that as, oh, this is operations, where for our clients and our discussions, we really try to pull that out and see that these are investments, and that if you need to pull in debt, if you need to go out and apply for debt to invest in these strategies, it's okay. But to your point, we have to know something about the return on the back end. So
yeah, I think that's where it's so tricky, because in my industry, when in real estate, the bank's not going to loan to me if this house isn't worth more than the loan. So I'm almost protected there from getting into too much trouble. Obviously, anything can happen later. We saw in 2007, you can still very easily get yourself in trouble. But right. I'm a little bit more protected by the bank itself saying, no, we're not going to lend this to you because we did an appraisal and it's worth less than you're asking us for. You don't necessarily have that protection in the type of debt that you're talking. The credit card is going to give you access to $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 maybe that you can spend on whatever you want. So this is where I think it really comes back to, you better have those numbers dialed in. You better be able to have a good way of projecting what you're wanting to do, what is going to return. Because we've seen those clients, or especially newer ones, where they just operate on blind faith. Oh, I'm going to take out this $50,000 of debt and do whatever, build an app, buy inventory, whatever it is, because I know I'm going to be successful. And they haven't done any real work into projecting what that success is going to look like. And next thing, they're 6 figures in debt without a real business behind it.